Welcome to Lucy's Insane Doctor Who Fairies.
Okay, the Doctor's resistance to people holding his hand in Last Christmas. What if the Doctor is scared to tell anyone that every time he touches them, like he mind melds with them? Not quite the same as if he touched the sides of your head and mind melded with you. If you think about it, the Doctor, like, how often does the Doctor actually ask permission to mind meld with someone? Like, they usually just put their fingers on the person's head. Do you think that's because the Doctor automatically is mind melding with people without them even realising? The Doctor's just exploring all of their thoughts and emotions. I don't know exactly why the Doctor doesn't like hugs, if hugs can technically not be touching skin, but if you think about it, if the Doctor's too scared to tell anyone that he, reads their minds without their consent, then, so he's used to it, so he doesn't tell anyone else about it. When he actually does mind meld with people in a more obvious way, it's like, I'm always breaching your boundaries. This isn't a big difference. So the question is, why doesn't the Doctor touch his opponents to, find out what's going on with them, Does their hate burn him? What if it isn't the hate that burns him? Perhaps their evil infects him. He gains a bit too much empathy with them. When he mind melds with someone, he becomes a bit more like that person. Maybe too much mind melding with evil will turn the Doctor evil. So then why don't they mind meld with the companions more? Because they're scared to admit it. They really are scared to admit it, because it's something that they can't help. And I think, the more that the Doctor is open to hugs and stuff, the potentially creepier the Doctor is. Maybe a Doctor will only hug when he's sure that what's in the person's mind is clearly consented thoughts, waiting for that purity of a moment where the joy of the moment requires the full attention. So yeah, the Doctor doesn't tell people he does this. So even though hugging doesn't mind meld, yeah, he doesn't like hugs, because in order to tell people to not touch the skin, he will have to tell them what he will never tell them, which is that he can constantly read people to varying extents, and the more touch they make and the more proximity there is, the more he knows them without their consent, and we are not beings that can handle that level of empathy. So yeah, I think the evil of the people he touches infects him till the point that he becomes the Master. And that's how the Doctor changes from the Doctor into the Master. And even when they do become the Master, they focus all that evil, all that hate on their past self. The Master is so laser focused on the Doctor, we don't even realise it. So yeah, it's my thoughts. Oh my god, okay, so when he brings out some party hats and is like, oh yeah, you should put them on and then everything will be hilarious. Apparently, I don't know, the crowd's like, alright, stick it on, or something, I can't remember, but the Doctor does this, which implies that he's basically trying to read her mind at the moment. He's trying to catch up. He is hooked onto reading people's minds. This isn't just something he can't control. This is like a vampiric urge that you can't contain. The need for mind melding. When he says he sees the universe through our eyes, he literally means through our eyes. The Doctor is utterly addicted to reading minds. He craves it like a vampire craves blood. And his companions are his own personal brand of heroin. And I've always really loved when Shooty
hugs 14 in the giggle, but it makes it all the more powerful that he's hugging himself and conveying all this empathy and understanding and, telling him, it's not your fault and all that. It's all the more powerful that they are making skin contact when they're doing that, which is pretty cool.